Greetings, automotive enthusiasts. Welcome to another Tales from the Trip. This one's going to be a pretty adventurous one and a pretty fun one. It's really crazy windy today. It's like 30, 40 mile an hour winds and up to 50 gusts expected today. I'm hiding here behind the garage. Hopefully it's coming from the south and I'm on the north side, so hiding out of the wind a little bit. But anyway, check out this 94 GMC Sierra GT 4x4 with 67,000 miles on it. Just got this thing in. I'll be doing a full overview on it. I bought it locally, so no Tales from the Trip on this one, but I'll be doing a detailed video, but I want to show you what I got in the back. So many of you may have seen the video on this. If you haven't, be sure to go back and watch the video on my Tomos, little 1994 Tomos Targa scooter and or moped, actually, little 50cc moped. But so on the test drive, it literally locked up as I was headed out the driveway. So crazy story. Go back and watch that video. But I loaded it into the Sierra GT. And I'm going to take it down to the shop, have David pull the head off, check it out. I'm sure it's something simple. And then I'll tell you a little more about what I'm doing today here in a minute. I'm getting out of this wind. I absolutely love the dashes of these. Got the EQ premium stereo. Look at that, 67,000 miles on it. Listen to this thing. It sounds so good. And I got my bag packed. So here's the deal. And a little Tomos in the back. So I am headed to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And what I'm doing there is I'm flying in and driving a car back. Becky bought a really cool Firebird Trans Am convertible. And of course, what scheme is it? It's white with white top, white interior, and white wheels. Rat alert! Oh man. So this is a little bit different though. This was bought from like just an auction company, not a car auction per se, but an auction company. And so usually when I'm flying out and driving the car back, you know, it's from an individual, and you know, and you kind of really get a sense and build a rapport for that person and kind of know exactly what it is that you're buying. And so I have a pretty good idea of what to expect and everything. Buying from an auction is a different story. You know, a lot of these auctions and stuff can be pretty, I mean, I say shady. I mean, it is what it is. They just don't go into detail, you know, and you're just kind of buying it, you know, as you see it, and you know, hope for the best. But I did talk to them after I bought it, obviously. But and it was funny because it was a live auction, and so Becky was bidding on it, and you could hear the auction going on in the background. But I did call after the auction and talk to a nice gentleman, and he told me that they actually did bring it into the shop, checked it out, put fuel in it, road tested it and everything like that. And you know, and I asked him, I said, hey, you know, I understand it's an old vehicle and anything can happen. I said, would you drive the car? And he said, yes. So I'm kind of going, okay, we'll see. We'll hope for the best. I'm flying out tonight. So Becky just took off, and we're running around scrambling as usual, trying to get stuff done because my plane leaves at like 6:30 tonight, and I'm picking it up in the morning. So Becky's gonna do some errands and then meet me back at the shop and then take me to the airport. So we'll be seeing Miss Becky soon, and I'll be flying out. David helped me unload the Targa. He goes, what are the pedals for? I said, get on a pedal. He's pedaling down the sidewalk. It's so windy out there, I didn't want to record it. David, what do you think of that thing?
Oh, it's so cool.
Is that cool?
This is definitely in our wheelhouse.
Oh, yeah. What's crazy is that the GMC I hauled in is a 94. That's a 94.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect.
Isn't that funny? I didn't even think about that. So, David, you'll probably have some fun. Just snag that cylinder off, take a quick peek at it.
Oh, yeah.
You'll probably be riding home tonight.
Yeah, you can a couple bolts there.
I know. It's so cool.
Wow.
Well, here's your mission if you choose to accept it.
I will do it.
All right. Here we go. All right. Rush. You've been going 100-mile direction one way.
Yeah.
I've been going the other way.
Pretty typical.
Yeah, and then that Saab convertible bring a trailer auction ends tomorrow. So getting all that ready, and I'm gonna be on the road actually when it closes, so that's going to be kind of tricky. But we're pulling into the airport now. We're driving the Lincoln. I was going to get in the back, but Becky didn't. She didn't have that. You know, she didn't have
Driving
that.
Mr. Daisy.
Driving Mr. Doozy.
Yes, her like it.
Oh, so she's just kicking me out because she's got to run and to the bank and to the mail and everything else. So running. So here we go. I'm getting ready to jump into the plane, and it is crazy windy. I hate that wind today, but that
Better you than me flying.
I know.
50 mile an hour
I've been
gusts.
thinking about the takeoff on this, and I'm like,
Ugh.
and it's even windy in Wisconsin. You know, it's like, oh boy. Well, here we are. We are here at the airport. So Becky's like, I'm dropping you off, just kicking you out. So I don't got time for no video. Bye. Just landed in Dallas and of course delayed. Our gate was blocked by another plane. Now everybody's missing their next flight. Everybody's running. Other people's flights were boarding while we were still sitting on our plane. I think I'm okay. I got 10 minutes to get to my gate. Fun. Poor people. I'm Charlie 16, so my gate closes in 10 minutes. Made my gate on time, and just to find out that they changed it to where I just came from, Bravo 16. Oh my gosh. Well, now I got like 6 minutes before my plane stops boarding, and I'm supposed to be on B16 and not even close. Boarding stops at 9:45. It's 9:44. I made it. B16. And our plane's not even here yet. Oh, well, they just updated it. Like, our plane hasn't even, the other plane was still pushing off here, and ours hasn't even docked yet. So now I think, unless they change it again, I think I'm in the right spot. 9:15 departure. So they should be, well, loading here shortly. I'm afraid to leave. Change it again.
Departure time from now to 5 a.m.
You've got to be kidding me. Wow. This is unreal. They've been pushing it back 30 minutes at a time, and now they just dropped a bombshell. Holy cow. And I'm supposed to drive all the way back tomorrow because I got to be back by Wednesday morning. The joys of flying. I'd rather drive 6 hours than fly 2. Here is the line for customer assistance, and they sent us here for hotel and food vouchers. Well, I got a food voucher and a hotel voucher. Hotel's about 5 miles away, but in Dallas that's probably an hour. And so they said that the flight's at 5 a.m. and we have to be here at 3 a.m. because you have to go in and out of security again. It is now almost 11, so it means I would get to my hotel room and basically get 2 or 3 hours of sleep and then risk, who knows, even making it back or getting through or something. American Airlines. I showed this to Tyler, and he was like, oh, no, not American. They are the worst. So this will be my last trip flying with American. And actually, I just need to go basically to so I'm D17 supposedly tomorrow, the gate. And so right now I'm just pacing around here, just kind of deciding is it worth going to a hotel for potentially 3 hours of sleep, or just, I would get more sleep if I just curled up in a corner here, honestly. So I guess my bag might become a pillow here, because really I think leaving and coming back is a bad idea. I would just soon be here. So let me go to the gate that it's supposed to be, and then I'm sure in the morning that that gate will have be changed across the whole airport. $28 of snacks.
Yeah, I can give you the receipt.
No, it's okay.
Oh, okay.
And of course, our plane food voucher does not cover it. Jeez. Well, I'm at my gate D17. I went and hit 7-Eleven. So this is the this is dinner and energy for the morning, because I have to pick up the car at 8 o'clock in the morning and then drive 12 hours back to Wichita to get there Tuesday night, so I could get up in time to go to the auction Wednesday morning. This is gonna be fun. Well, it's 4 a.m. Excuse me. My alarm just went off. I just looked at the flight, and it shows to be gate D17 still, so that's good. I just slept here. That's how I did it. Just held onto my bag. Slept here. Used my Radwood t-shirt for a pillow. Oh, there it is, right down here. Trusty Radwood. So, I'm just gonna wait now. The flight. Excuse me. Well, I made it to Milwaukee. I slept mostly on the plane. I'm redeeming my food voucher, getting the breakfast wrap to go. I've hailed my Uber, so hopefully this flying thing is behind me and the car is less drama. So get my food and go, and we'll be getting to the car soon. I've made it to the auction facility. Okay, here's my new Uber driver. We're on a little gator here. Here we go. This is a pretty wild place. This is big. Wow, that's pretty wild. So you guys service a lot of stuff in here?
Oh, yeah.
And then have auctions too?
Yep.
Yeah, let's see what we got here. Hopefully I got the bell of the ball.
Well, it's been here for a long time. They used to use it for parades and whatnot.
Oh, is that right?
There was a drug seizure probably back in 2000.
Oh, no kidding. So it's got an interesting story, huh?
Yes.
A drug seizure, because it showed to be a one-owner car on the Carfax. Well, that's interesting. A drug seizure car turned from bad into good, I guess, huh?
Right.
Well, that's cool. And there she is, one Firebird Trans Am. Kind of an interesting color combo there. Pretty wild. Rubber looks good. All right, well, let's jump in and see if it fires up. All right. Okay, we got power, 34,000 miles. Well, it fired right up. Sounds good. All right, I'll take it. let me get my bag and get on the road. All right, had to get out of some rush hour traffic. So far, water temperature good, oil pressure is good, full tank of fuel, volts are good. I turned the air on. I think the air might even work. It might be a little bit low, but I think it got cooler. Tires are a little flat spotted. You can see a hand shaking a little bit, but honestly, so I asked that gentleman as I was leaving, I said, so how long has this thing been sitting there? And he said, well, he's not sure. He said, I've been here 23 years and it was here before I was. Oh my gosh, that thing's been sitting there for like 25 years. Oh my goodness, that is hilarious. So it looks like it just needs a little cleanup and a little touch up. Knock on wood. I'm doing 70 mile an hour down the road right now. And it's a car. It's driving. And these seats are the most comfortable thing that I've sat on in the last 15 hours. That's for dang sure. Ooh, that was a rough night. So I'm on the road. I'm rolling. Everything, I don't want to jinx myself, but everything feels good, looks good. Other than the tires are a little bit old, but we got them aired up. One thing I definitely need to do that I didn't do is check my lights and my spare tire, make sure the spare tire has air in it when I stop for fuel. I assume that gauge works, it's full, so I'll monitor it and make sure it drops. Let me see what else is going on here. See if we got any radio, see if we got some tunes. It's got the fancy Delco audio with the EQ. We got some kind of music. I'll play with that more later, but we got radio, it's got CD. See, there's a CD in it. No CD. All right, well, I'm gonna keep on keeping on. Wish me luck. We'll check in here in a little bit. First fuel stop, and this car's a champ. I can't wait to get this thing over to Van Gogh and get it polished and touched up. I'll do the interior and all that stuff. But, man, this thing's just driving great, other than the tires being a little bit old. First fuel stop. Rolling along. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. I'm your host, Bob Fietti. Oh, it's kind of windy in here a little bit. It's kind of funny here. I seem to find myself on, like, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, you know, on these Tales from the Trip, because I'm a foodie, and so I know all these cool food places that I travel around, or I like to discover them. But there's on the way home in Kansas City, there's a place, and it actually originated in St. Louis. That's where I first got a taste for Emos Pizza, and they expanded to two of them in Kansas City, and so it's about 18 minutes off of my path. But I'm going to go to Emos Pizza. They have a pizza that's unlike any pizza, you know, and I think it started, you know, in the Italian neighborhoods of St. Louis. And it's thin, and they cut it in squares, but the key to it is they use a Provel cheese. And so completely unlike mozzarella, which is kind of stringy and kind of, you know, not a lot of flavor, but the Provel is creamy and full of flavor. It's unbelievable. So driving through, a 20-minute delay, gotta do it. So I am about 30 minutes away from Emos Pizza. The trip's going good. Car's doing great. The cruise control doesn't work, and this car, I keep finding myself doing like 80, 85 miles an hour. I'm like, so the car's running really, really well, even with the crazy wind. Hope you can hear me okay. But anyway, so I'm like, well, might as well share with think cars and food. I mean, they go together from the beginning of time. So Emos Pizza, here I come. If you're in St. Louis or Kansas City, you've got to check it out, and let me know in the comments what you think. Well, the good news is I made it to Emos Pizza. The bad news is I was sputtering coming up that hill back there, and I I mean, I show 1/16 of a tank of fuel, but this thing acts like it's running out of gas. Oh boy, I gotta find a gas station, hopefully really, really close, because I think I'm in big trouble. Okay, here it is as promised. Check out the artwork. St. Louis style pizza. Super cool. I almost thought about getting a hat. Check out the stuff up there. About getting a hat. But you ready for this? The unveiling. Oh, Emos Pizza. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna sit down and eat a few pieces, and then put it in the trunk of the car and blast home so Becky can have some. That Emos is good. So what I ordered was their deluxe pizza. Has the Provel cheese, sausage, mushrooms, onions, and red peppers, and bacon. And it's really thin and crispy crust. So good. So, I don't know. I'm having some troubles here, though. I suppose at least I got some food. But I'm just hoping there's a gas station about 6 blocks away or so, hoping it's downhill. This is going to be really touch and go. And then while I was eating, I just got a text from Becky, and there's some severe tornado threats in eastern Kansas and northern Oklahoma, which I'm driving into. So I just now got some serious weather potential. Things are getting crazy. Well, I haven't made it out of the parking lot yet. Not starting. I got fuel on the needle and I ran it down earlier. Of all places to die, in the Emos parking lot. What's going on? Houston, we have a problem. Yep, I think I'm out of gas.
Proceed to the route.
This gentleman right here helped me push it back there, and it's going to take me to Quick Trip. The gentleman brought me all the way to Quick Trip. They have a can, and so I'm going to put some gas in it, and he's actually going to run me back to the Firebird. What a nice guy. Oh, I got to pay this one forward. See you, Sean. See you, brother. Sean saved my bacon here. Hopefully this is what I need, though. I'm pretty sure, because when I changed the pitch of the car, it tried to start. So here we go. Let's put some gas in it. Gas and go. All right, I threw the gas in. I finally did it. I think I ran out of gas. Here we go. Here we go. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. What an idiot I am. Off to the gas station, and I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Anyway, I made it here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill up this little gas can, and I'm going to, if I see somebody on the interstate on the way home, I'm gonna stop and bail them out. And if there's somebody out of gas on the highway, I'm gonna be their savior. I'm gonna try to pay this forward. But car pickup number 1. If you don't know the car, don't let it run under a quarter tank. Duh. Pretty simple. I'm an idiot sometimes. A couple of thoughts here. I'm about 2.5 hours from home. If I hadn't have stopped for Emos Pizza, I wouldn't have ran out of gas, because I would have stopped. Was it worth it? Maybe. Emos Pizza, oh boy, I'm telling you, it is good. So rolling, and then the second thought is I'm leaving Kansas City on the home stretch. Speaking of Kansas City, how about them Chiefs? 7-0, baby. Look at that sky. Well, that looks pretty cool. I wish I had the top down. Now look at the lighting in the gauges too. 80s rolling into the 90s. Gotta love it. Looks so good. Cars just don't have that cool, pleasing lighting to the eye anymore. It's all digital, big, giant, glaring touch screens. These are the days. I have made it home. Yay! That Tales from the trip was a little more adventurous than I like, but hey, I basically got home, even with the crazy airport and picking up the car and then like an idiot running out of the gas. The car performed perfectly. The operator, not so much. A few little things to fix with the car, but the car was a trooper. Probably the best thing ever happened to it was get it out and drive it for some extended distance. Never gave me any trouble at all. Yeah, so it's about, I don't know, what is it? About 8:30, maybe 9 o'clock. So maybe about an hour. That's it. Later than kind of my estimated time of arrival. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was a little bit of a roller coaster, and it's kind of, you guys kind of make it fun for me to pass the time doing this trip. You know, I feel like I got somebody to talk to and share in the chaos, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. So we'll get this car recon and get it cleaned up and do a full detailed video overview soon. But as always, have a great day and happy motoring.